Hi everybody, today I will share with you how I did my hoodie and scarf step-by-step free pattern. First I will cast on the machine with waste yarn, one in the front, one in the back, starting by the black needle. When I finish the first row, I will open the yarn feeder and put it in it, like this. And then I will crank a full 5 rows of waste yarn. What is waste yarn? It's the yarn that will help to close our tube at the end. So I do my 5, and then I will continue with my yellow yarn, Bernat Premium. I will do 275 rows for the scarf. But if you do 40 rows, you could end up making a pocket scarf. I will put the pattern of the pocket scarf in the video description. So you will be able to transform this pattern in a pocket scarf. So when your work touch the table, you go and turn it like this to prevent tension on the needle and also prevent drop stitch. So I reached it to 75. I remove it with the waste yarn, put that aside, make sure everything is in the needle, and then I will crank. 5 rows. After 5 rows, I will cut the yarn, and when no yarn come in the yarn feeder, it will remove itself like this. It's magic. So I put that aside, and then I will stretch it. Very important. Like this. And then I will do another cast on like this with 5 rows. So now we will do the hoodie. We just finished the scarf and now it's the hoodie. Put that in a yarn feeder after you cast on. This, and then you will do 100 row. Oops, 100 rows with the yellow yarn. It's Bernat Premium, 198 gram, and it's size 4. So you crank it. And then when you reach 100 rows, time to cast off. Put my yarn in the middle. Bring the waste yarn. And then I crank 5 rows. When no yarn coming through the yarn feeder after the 5 rows, it will remove by itself. Just like this. Put that aside, and I will do 100 rows with the not the Bernat, the 22 needle machine, the ADDI Express Professional. So that's the 100 rows with the 5 rows of waste yarn each side. And now it's time to do the closing with my hook number 4.5 millimeter. I go grab one side and the other one. If you're not comfortable with the hook yet, I will also provide a video on how to close the tube. And if you're not comfortable with the hook, just use option number 3. It's not the perfect option, but it will help you make a lot of project with that option till you get better with a hook, because in time you will need a hook to make more project. So I reach the end, and I will take the time to get all the stitches to prevent drop stitch like this, and I take the tail of yarn and close my rows, push it with my index and thumbs, and now it's time to remove the waste yarn. So I will remove the knot and remove the first row, because this side was the cast on, and when you do a cast on with your hand, it do a different way on the machine, so it create like a knot that we have to remove and to release the first row, and then you could pull on it and it will remove easily. See, there's a knot there. So time to pull, and when you pull you will check if you don't have any drop stitch. I don't think I have any, so I remove all the waste yarn, and I will do a little stretch on my work. Oops, pull that one with my, not my crochet, my loom hook. So you see, those are stitch marker that I create with just piece of yarn to keep the count. Like every 10 rows I add a piece of yarn like this. Sorry for my voice. And then it's very easy to remove at the end like this, and it keeps the count for me. Example, if I do 100 row, I will need 9 piece of yarn for as a stitch marker, and every 10 rows I will add one, so I will need 9 stitch marker to do 100 rows. So I know when I do the 9th one that it's the last 10 row like this. Stretch it and make sure that I made it straight, not twisted, before I attach the other side. So I lost a stitch here. I will go grab it with my hook. There. You will see it again. Sorry, there's a little, not a mistake, but a repeat episode. Sorry for that. It's hard sometimes editing. I grab all the pieces of the video and bring it together. I think I have 3 mistakes like that during the video, but don't worry, the essentials still in the video. Don't worry about my editing. I'm not a professional. There. So I start the sewing and reach the other side. So I not share with you all the sewing with the larger tube, so I will save a lot of time. The video is close to a half an hour. If you're still there, can you put 2 hearts in the comment, please? Just to let me know that you're still there at 9 minutes. There. And it's very important to put your tube straight when you sew the other part, so that way your project will not be all twisted. But If it's happened your first one, don't panic. It's your first one. It's the one that you're learning from. If you never try, you never learn. Keep that in mind. Important is to finish it and to give it a go. Almost finished. Grab all the stitches. And then I will close it with the tail of yarn. Just like this. And this part will be easy to remove because it was a cast off part. So ta-da! This piece is finished. So we'll do the same thing with the larger tube. See, it's done. And I will show you with this one. Maybe it's easier because it's a big piece of project. And as you can see, I use yellow for the video and purple for the waist yarn. It's for your eyes to be more easy to follow the video. Sometimes I use darker yarn and you can't follow it. When you're on your phone, it's hard. So I use some yellow today. So if it's up to you to change the color when you will do it. There. Grab a full stitch, and it's very important you just take the yellow. That's why I use purple to separate the stitch correctly. There. Advance it a little bit, fast it, and I will grab all the little stitches. Bring the tail to close the row. And it's time to remove. It was the cast on, that's why I removed the first row. How do you know if it's the cast on? When you pull on it and it doesn't come. So it's the way to see that you have to remove the little knot and the first row. There. And then you pull. So all the preparing is done. You got your 100 row for your hoodie with the 46 needle. You got your 100 row with the 22 needle machine, and you got a 275 for the scarf. So everything's there, ready to be get together. So everything's fine there. I will add the little tail of yarn. Hide it. So it is time to hide all the little tail of yarn. Very easy with your wool needle. Pull on it. Put it back in the same hole and bring it to tail. Do the same for the other side. Comes up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Now it's time to put that together with the hook. I will grab 2 bar. Piece of yarn that I use, it's a different color, so that way it will be easy for your eye to catch it. So I grab 2 bar on the other side, bring it in like this, the tail on the side, and grab another 2 bar. And that's why I want you to do the tube straight, because when you came to the sewing part like this, it's very important to keep in the same column all the way. If you switch a little bit, it will be crooked, twisted. So try to stay on the same column. See, I keep it in the middle like this. Hold it between my finger and grab the 2-bar and get in. So I will do that to reach the other side. That's the starting part. There. And this one. Grab it and get it in. So you got 2-bar. Bring your yarn. Get 2 and the other one. Grab 2 and finish with 1. Keep the drag to stay in the same column like this. If you're not comfortable to do it with a hook, just use a sewing needle. Not a sewing, wool needle, sorry. Like this. So in front it look like this, and beside it look like this, and it's very okay, and it's stretchy. So I keep going like this till I reach the end of it like this. So this is the hoodie part done. So I continue and finish my row. I know I'm not in the right angle for the video. Sometimes I forgot that I'm filming myself. I'm in my project. Sorry for that. So I finished this row. Stretch it. Now it's time to sew the back of the hoodie. You could see how it's look in the back, and then I will bring it together like this, and those little tail of yarn. So I keep continue, keep a loop, bring it the tail inside, and it's done. Just need to hide the little tail in the pink so that prevent the see-through pink in the yellow. So I go in the same color. There. At the end, if you figured out that the hoodie is too small for you, you want it, so I will sew it here now in the back of the hoodie. Sorry. There, bring the yarn, and I will do the same. Grab 2-bar on one side, grab the pink, and 2-bar on the other side, and grab the pink. There. Grab it and continue like that. Look like this. Like I said earlier, if you're not comfortable with the hood, sew it with the wool needle. It will be just fine, don't worry. Or if you have another way to sewing it, do it the simple way, the way you understand and you're comfortable with. Stretch it, almost finished. I'm at the end of the row, almost finished. There. And I know I'm not in the right angle, sorry for that. I was so in my project that I forgot I was filming myself. That's me. So time to stretch, and we'll create like a triangle when I put it flat on the table like this. See? A triangle. So I will attach it on the scarf part now, like this. So it will be like horizontal and vertical sewing. I don't have a clue if it's the way to say it, but just watch me doing it. Never mind what I said. I know it's French when I just say with an accent. There. So I grab a full 2 bar on the scarf part. I will put my video very close. So I grab 2 bar and grab a full V like this. And I don't pull too tight on my work, so that way you could see that it creates a V. So it's a new stitch to attach those 2 parts together. So I grab a V on the hoodie part and 2 bar on the scarf. And I keep myself always on the same column to prevent to have a twist work. So I grab the V. Oh, the camera was not on. That was like a little flu, sorry for that. And then I grab the 2 bar. I will put it faster after the pink yarn, the pink row of yarn that you could see on the border. So don't worry, I won't be slow like that all the way. It's only to help the newbies to be able to follow. And to remember that everybody starts one day, so we have to respect that. There. Grab it. I will pull on the pink soon. And if you could see, I have one side that I was higher than the other side. So I will adjust myself. So instead of picking 2 on the next one, I will just only picking 1 to adjust the height. See, I will I'll grab just 1 here to adjust myself here. So now both are on the pink yarn. There. And I continue. It's almost time to pull on my yarn. When I pull, it's almost like magic. Ta-da! I like doing that. See, it's very nice. And you could hardly see the pink. So imagine if you use the same cutter for your project that you use to sew, you won't see anything. So we reached the other side, almost finished. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, that's always good, and it's helping me to keep all my video free. Because more people who see your video, more YouTube will help me to showing my video to everybody. If they share to a lot of people, I will get paid by YouTube. So it keep free for you. There. So only have to attach it now. So like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to turn your hoodie scarf in a pocket scarf, just go and instead of doing 275, just go and do a 400, and I will add a video to how to create the pocket for the pocket scarf in the video description, so you could have this project turn out to a new one. So you got a 2-in-1 in this video. There. So I finished one side. Time to hide the tail in this side. And remember, I do a video every week, and sometime more if I have time. But lately I'm very busy, so I'm only able to make once a week. So at least I keep myself once a week. There. So thank you for watching. I wish you a beautiful day, and see you next week for a new video. Ciao, ciao.